Have you ever felt like you're not important to anyone? Did you do something great, but no one appreciated it? I know what that feeling is like. Sometimes, even when you do everything right, people may not value you, ignore you, underestimate you, or treat you like you're just an option. This can damage your self-esteem and make you want to give up. This can be even more painful when it happens with loved ones, such as family, friends, or a partner. Some people might tell you not to care about what others think of you and just focus on yourself. They may quote Stoic philosophers who say we can't control how others perceive us and that we should be content with our actions. While Stoicism offers guidance in many areas, sometimes we also need to draw from psychology. What if I told you there are ways to make people notice you, respect you, and prioritize you? What if I told you that you could become more effective, attractive, and valuable in the eyes of others? Wouldn't you want to learn how to do that? There are some strategies that can help you achieve this. These strategies are based on the science of psychology and human behavior. By applying these 10 strategies, you can ensure that the people you value always keep you in their minds, become a priority in their lives, and receive the recognition you deserve. Are you ready to change your life? But before we begin, I would like to ask a favor from you. Please watch this video until the end, because each strategy is very important, and you wouldn't want to miss any of them. Trust me, the first strategy is to be rare. What does this mean? It means that you shouldn't always be accessible, always agreeable, and always predictable. Why? Because when something is rare, it becomes more valuable. Think about it. When something is rare, people want it more. They are willing to pay more for it and value it more. This is called the scarcity principle, and it also applies to human relationships. For example, imagine you have a friend who always calls, texts, and invites you to hang out. You love them, but when you see them, you don't feel that excited because you know they will always be around. Now imagine you have another friend who is very busy, has a lot of interests, and travels a lot. You don't see this friend often, but when you do, you feel incredibly happy. You look forward to their calls, texts, and invitations. You value their time and presence. Which of these two friends do you think is rarer and thus more valuable? The same logic applies to romantic relationships. If you're always available for your partner, always agree with them, and always do what they want, you might think you're a good partner. But in reality, you're making yourself less attractive. You're giving them what they want too easily and too soon. You're not challenging them. You're not creating any mystery or excitement. In other words, you're not acting rare. One way to be rare is to not always be the one to send the first message or initiate contact. Sometimes, let the other person reach out to you and show them that you care. Instead of saying yes to everything they ask or suggest, have your own opinions, preferences, and boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no when you don't want to do something or when you already have other plans. Live your own life, have hobbies and goals, spend time with other people, and focus on what makes you happy. This shows them that you have a lot to offer and that you're not dependent on them. Also, be mindful of not always being predictable. Sometimes surprise them with a gift, a compliment, or a spontaneous plan. Show them your fun, creative, and adventurous side. By doing this, you make them wonder about you and what you will do next. By being rare, you can make yourself more valuable and create a sense of urgency and fear of missing out, which will lead to more appreciation. As a result, you can make them a priority in your life. Another strategy is to be different. This means not blending in with everyone else, but rather standing out from the crowd. because when something is different, it draws more attention. When something is unique, people show more interest in it, become more curious, and remember it more. This is known as the von Restorff effect, and it applies to human relationships as well. For example, in a party where everyone is wearing similar clothes, talking about similar topics, and behaving in similar ways, you may not feel any special attraction to anyone because everything is the same and boring. However, when you see someone who is dressed differently, talking about a unique topic, or behaving in a different way, you might feel intrigued and want to learn more about them. They are different, interesting, and that's why they're more memorable. The same logic applies to romantic relationships. If you're behaving like everyone else, you might feel safe and comfortable, but in reality, this makes you less attractive. You should express your personality, opinions, passions, and dreams. You need to show that you are unique and valuable. Not being different means you're not presenting yourself. Ways to be different come from not being afraid to be yourself. Show your true colors and embrace your quirks. Don't try to conform or please everyone. Be authentic, take pride in who you are, and showcase your style and tastes. Instead of following trends or norms, be creative and unique. Don't hide your knowledge and skills. Show them off and have confidence in yourself. Display your sense of humor and charm. Don't be boring or dull. Be funny and charismatic. By doing this, you will make yourself more noticeable, spark curiosity, and create a desire for others to learn more about you. You will make people interested in you and make them remember you, thus becoming a priority in their lives. Another strategy is to be valuable. Being valuable means being a solution and an asset, not a burden, problem, or responsibility. Because when something is valuable, it becomes more attractive. When something is useful, people need it more and are grateful for it. This is related to the principle of reciprocity. For example, a friend who constantly asks for favors but doesn't offer solutions to your problems may become annoying, and you might not like them as much. However, a friend who is always there for you, listens to you, and offers solutions feels more valuable. The same logic applies to romantic relationships. If you become a burden, problem, or responsibility for your partner, you might make yourself less attractive. Instead, offer them favors, help them with their tasks and challenges. Show them that you care about their well-being and offer support. Rather than complaining about your own problems, listen to theirs and be empathetic and understanding. Don't expect them to solve your problems. Offer solutions and show that you can handle any situation. Instead of always taking from them, give to them. Be generous and thoughtful. By doing this, you will become more attractive by creating feelings of gratitude and trust. Finally, being mysterious is another strategy to increase your attractiveness. Instead of revealing everything about yourself, keep some secrets, surprises, and mysteries. Because when something is mysterious, it becomes more attractive and people show more interest in it. People are more likely to want to explore someone mysterious. They are intrigued and they enjoy the process of learning more. This is known as the curiosity gap, and it also applies to human relationships. For example, imagine meeting someone who tells you everything about their life, past, future, likes, dislikes, fears, and hopes. You might feel overwhelmed by all this information and lose interest in them because there's nothing left to discover. Now imagine meeting someone who shares some things about themselves but doesn't reveal everything. They leave gaps, uncertainties, and hints. This person might fascinate you, and you may want to learn more. Because you don't know everything there is to know about them, and there's so much to discover. Revealing everything about yourself might make you appear honest and help build trust, but in reality, you make yourself less attractive. You leave no room for mystery or excitement, and you don't trigger people's curiosity or imagination. So how can you be mysterious? Here are some tips. Don't tell everything about yourself. Let others discover some things on their own. Share some details, but not all. Leave some questions unanswered, some stories unfinished, and some secrets untold. Make them curious and ask questions. Don't show them everything you can do, but surprise them with some skills, talents, or achievements. Reveal some of your abilities, but not all of them. Leave some surprises and mysteries. Don't always do what they expect, but surprise them with actions, gestures, or plans. Do things they like, but not all of them. Leave some unpredictability, some spontaneity, and a bit of adventure. Excite and please them. Don't always be consistent, but surprise them with changes, improvements, or transformations. Let them know some things, but not everything. Leave some room for growth, evolution, and novelty. Surprise them and make them proud. By doing this, you will make yourself more attractive, create a sense of curiosity, and spark a desire to learn more. This will make people interested in you and enjoy the process of learning more about you, thus making you a priority in their lives. Finally, the fifth strategy is being challenging. This means being more difficult, complex, and interesting rather than easy, simple, or boring. Because when something is challenging, it becomes more rewarding. When people face challenges, they become more motivated to succeed, and their achievements are more satisfying. This is known as the goal gradient hypothesis, and it also applies to human relationships. For example, imagine you have a task that is very easy, simple, and boring. Doing it may not interest you much, and you may not feel proud once you finish it, because you know you can do it anytime and it requires no effort. Now imagine you have a task that is very difficult, complex, and interesting. Doing it may captivate you, and you may feel immense pride once you finish it, because you know it's something you can't do just any time, and it requires great effort. If you are easy, simple, and boring in the eyes of people in your life, you might think you're relaxed and avoiding conflict, but in reality, you make yourself less attractive because you don't challenge them or motivate them. You don't create any tension or passion. You don't always have to agree with others. Sometimes have your own opinions, perspectives, and arguments. Don't be afraid to challenge their views or have disagreements. Make them think and make them speak up. Don't always do what they want. Sometimes do what you want. Have your own goals, ambitions, and dreams. Don't be afraid to chase or accomplish them. Make them support you and admire you. Don't always be kind. Sometimes make them angry. Have your own sense of humor, wit, and charm, and don't be afraid to joke or flirt with them. Make them laugh and make them want to call you. Don't always be the same. Sometimes change. Express your style, tastes, and personality. Don't be afraid to experiment or try new things. By doing so, you will make yourself more rewarding, create a sense of motivation, and spark a desire to achieve more. You'll make them work for your attention, which will give them a sense of satisfaction and make you a priority in their lives. Finally, being social is an important strategy in relationships. You should not be isolated, lonely, or antisocial, but rather connected, popular, and social. Because when something is social, it becomes more attractive. When something is loved by others, people are more likely to love it, be influenced by it, and conform to it. This is known as the social proof principle. and it applies to human relationships as well. For example, imagine you see a product that no one has bought, no one has reviewed, and no one recommends. You might not be interested in buying this product, and you may not trust its quality because it's not popular and has no social proof. Now imagine you see a product that everyone has bought, reviewed, and recommended. You might be interested in buying this product and trust its quality because it's popular and has plenty of social proof. If you are isolated, lonely, and antisocial, you might think you are loyal and focused on the people around you, but in reality, you make yourself less attractive because your value, influence, or popularity remains invisible. You create no social proof. Don't isolate yourself from others. Build connections. Have many friends, acquaintances, and relationships. Don't be afraid to network or socialize with others. Make them love you and respect you. Don't be alone. Be popular. Have lots of admirers, followers, and supporters. Don't be afraid to showcase or share your achievements, talents, or skills. Influence them and make them jealous. Don't be antisocial. Be social. Have lots of fun, excitement, and adventure. Don't be afraid to go out or try new things. Attract their attention and get them to join you. By being social, you will make yourself more attractive, create a sense of social proof, and spark a desire for more alignment. You'll make them want to be influenced by you and spend more time with you, thus becoming a priority in their lives. The seventh strategy is to be positive. You should be positive, optimistic, and happy, not negative, pessimistic, or unhappy. Because when something is positive, it becomes more attractive. When something is good, people want to be around it more, they get inspired by it, and they feel more positive themselves. This is known as the emotional contagion effect, and it also applies to human relationships. For example, imagine meeting someone who is always negative, pessimistic, and unhappy. They always complain, criticize, and blame others. They always see the worst in everything and never smile. You might not like them much, and you may feel more negative yourself because you know they're not good and lack positive energy. Now, imagine meeting someone who is always positive, optimistic, and happy. They always compliment, praise, and appreciate others. They always see the best in everything and smile all the time. You may be highly affected by them and feel more positive yourself because you know they are good and full of positive energy. If you're negative, pessimistic, and unhappy, you might think you are being realistic and expressing your emotions, but in reality, you make yourself less attractive. You're not inspiring or cheering others up. You don't create any positive emotions or vibes. So, how can you be positive? Here are some tips. Don't complain. Compliment. Find something good in every situation and every person. Don't be afraid to express your gratitude, admiration, or love. Make others feel good and valuable. Don't criticize. Praise. Find something good in every action and effort. Don't be afraid to acknowledge or reward their achievements, talents, or skills, making them feel proud and motivated. Don't blame. Appreciate. Find something good in every mistake and every challenge. Don't be afraid to learn or grow from them, making them feel optimistic and resilient. Don't be unhappy. Be happy. Find something good in every day and every moment. Don't be afraid to smile or laugh, making others feel positive and happy. By being positive, you will make yourself more attractive, create a sense of positive energy, and spark a desire for others to be around you more. You will make them feel inspired by you and feel more positive, thus making you a priority in their lives. The eighth strategy is to be respectful. You should not be rude, disrespectful, or offensive, but instead be polite, respectful, and kind. Because when someone is respectful, they become more attractive. Think about it. When something is treated with respect, people value it more and become more loyal to it. This is known as the liking principle, and it also applies to human relationships. For example, imagine meeting someone who is always rude, disrespectful, and harassing. They constantly insult, mock, and hurt you. They always treat you like trash and never care about your feelings. You probably wouldn't like them very much, and you might feel angry, sad, or scared because you know they are not good and don't respect you. Now, imagine meeting someone who is always polite, respectful, and kind. They always compliment, appreciate, and support you. They always treat you like a human being and always care about your feelings. You would likely be very impressed by them and feel happier, more confident, or safer because you know they are good and have great respect for you. If you behave in a rude, disrespectful, and harassing manner towards others, you might think you're being dominant and showing them who's in charge. However, in reality, you make yourself less attractive. You don't show them your love, interest, or value. You don't create any respect or trust. So, how can you be respectful? Here are some tips. Don't insult them. Compliment them instead. Find something good in their appearance, personality, or behavior. Don't be afraid to express or share your admiration, attraction, or love. Make them feel beautiful and special. Don't hurt them, support them. Find something positive in their goals, dreams, or passions. Don't hesitate to encourage them or help them reach their goals. Make them feel motivated and successful. Treat them like a human being, not like trash. Find something good in their feelings, needs, or desires. Don't be afraid to listen to them or empathize with them. Make them feel valued and loved. By being respectful, you will make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of respect and a desire to treat you better. You will earn their loyalty and respect, making you a priority in their lives. The ninth strategy is to be honest and sincere, not fake. You become more attractive when you show your true self. Think about this. When something is authentic, people want to be around it more, are more influenced by it, and feel more connected to it. This is called the authenticity principle, and it also applies to human relationships. Imagine meeting someone who is always lying, cheating, and manipulating. They always act like someone they're not and never show their true self. You probably wouldn't be very influenced by them, and you might feel deceived, betrayed, or disappointed because you know they are not genuine and lack honesty. Now imagine meeting someone who always tells the truth, keeps their promises, and acts with integrity. They always show their true self and never hide their flaws. You would likely be very impressed by them and feel more trust, admiration, or respect because you know they are authentic and possess a great deal of honesty. If you behave in a fake, dishonest, and showy way towards others, you might think you're being smart and getting what you want. However, in reality, you make yourself less attractive. When you don't show your true self, your real feelings, or your true intentions, you don't create any authenticity or connection. Don't lie, tell the truth. Let your thoughts, feelings, and actions be consistent. Don't be afraid to apologize. Make them feel that you trust them and help them feel safe. Don't deceive them, but keep your promises. Stay true to your commitments and values. Don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in. Make them feel admiration and act with integrity. Be fair to yourself and others. Don't be afraid to say no or set boundaries. Make them feel respected and equal. Don't act like someone else. Show your true self. Share your strengths, weaknesses, and quirks realistically. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable or imperfect. Make them feel that you are attractive and connected with them. By being your true self, you will make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of authenticity and spark a desire to spend more time with you. You will draw them to you and make them feel more attached. You will become a priority in their life. The final strategy is to be balanced. You should be moderate, flexible, and healthy, not obsessive or unhealthy. Because when something is balanced, it becomes more attractive. When something is in balance, people want to be a part of it more, feel more comfortable with it, and feel more balanced themselves. This is called the principle of harmony, and it applies to human relationships as well. Imagine meeting someone who is always obsessive and unhealthy. They take everything to extremes, turn everything they have into an obsession, and neglect their health and well-being. You might not be very impressed by them and may feel stressed, anxious, or drained because you know they are unbalanced and lack harmony in their life. Now imagine meeting someone who is always moderate, flexible, and healthy. They find the right balance in everything they do, appreciate everything they have, and always take care of their health and well-being. You would likely be very impressed by them and feel more relaxed, calm, and energized because you know they are balanced and have a lot of harmony in their life. If you behave obsessively and unhealthily towards the people around you, you might think you're showing how much you love them. However, in reality, you make yourself less attractive. You don't show them your maturity, stability, or values. You don't create any sense of harmony or balance. So, how can you be balanced? Here are some tips. Don't go to extremes, but find the right balance. Let your actions, feelings, and expectations be moderate. Don't be afraid to compromise or adapt. Make them feel comfortable and safe. Don't turn everything into an obsession. Instead, appreciate everything. Be flexible in your attitude, perspective, and choices, and don't be afraid to let go or change. Make them feel appreciated and important. Don't neglect your health, but take care of it. Keep your body, mind, and spirit healthy. Don't be afraid to exercise or rest, and make them feel energetic and happy. By being balanced, you will make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of harmony and spark a desire to be more a part of your life. You will make them feel comfortable with you and more balanced, and you will become a priority in their life. We have come to the end of the video, but before we finish, I want to leave you with one last message. These strategies are not to manipulate or deceive anyone. They are meant to help you improve yourself and your relationships. They are to help you show that you are valuable and deserve to be treated with respect. They are meant to help you become the best version of yourself and attract the best people for you. Remember, you are not just an option. You are a priority. You deserve to be treated with respect, appreciation, and love. You deserve to be happy and to make others happy. You deserve to be a priority in someone's life and to make someone a priority in yours. So don't settle for less, don't give up, and never stop trying. You have the power and potential to achieve everything you want. You have the power and potential to become a priority in someone's life. You just need to believe in yourself and follow these strategies. Thank you for watching, and take care.